evening, Live at 5. Hello. Oops. Hello. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hello. Hiya, Deb. Hey, Maz. Hope you're okay. Hello, Helen. Oh, hello, Lynn. Oh, Annette's in Portugal. Very nice. How are we all doing? Hello, lovely Bev. Oh, I'm feeling a bit ropey, but we're here. I'm not missing Live at 5 unless I can help it. I don't actually know what we're talking about this evening, but we can just have a chat. I'm showing up. That's what it's all about, showing up. Am I feeling better? No. I'm all right, thank you, Annette. I'm not terrible. I've just, I think it's the old new term germs. Every September when the kids go back to school, I get ill. They're okay, but I get ill. But there again, I think Mr. Stitches was looking a little bit off colour this morning as well. So, yeah, just tired. My brain isn't working properly. So, hello from North Wales. Hello. Very nice. I would like another trip to Wales sometime soon. Yeah, that'll be it. It's every year. I think I had COVID this time last year, so let's just be thankful we don't think it's that. Right, yeah. A busy old day today. Fighting with things on the website and yeah, nearly losing my marbles with it. So, oh, I've got an easel for my mood board. Do you like it? I've got my swatches pinned on it, so we can have a look at those in a minute. Oh, there's a lot of people outside making a lot of noise. So do let me know if there's anything you'd like to see this evening. Please do pop it in the comments and we can always run and grab it out for you. I say we, like there's more than one of me. It's just me. So hello, Alice. Nice to see you. So I've just sent an email out this afternoon, our regular sort of spilling the tea email, and I was talking about a bit of a different concept on purple packages. So hear me out on this one because I'd really appreciate your thoughts. In the past, when we've done the purple package kits, they've always been about all centered around a project in a box. So it's been a pattern and the fabric and all of the notions to create a very specific project. But I was thinking a little while back, and somebody had suggested it over on YouTube as well, about the sort of concept of just having pattern-free kits, if you will, so boxes that are more designed for stash building, wardrobe building, that kind of a thing. So I thought I'd have a play around with maybe putting together some just sort of plain selections in a box. So if you've seen the email, you'll have seen we've got a package with plain cotton jerseys in it. Now, I just want to sort of see how these go. They're not the kind of thing, because there's a lot of stock in this box, that I want to go out and sort of make a massive investment in until I've kind of tested the water with it. So in this box we have 3 lengths of cotton jersey, which are all selected obviously with the season in mind. So we've got burgundy on the right, we have cinnamon, and we've got teal, and then we've got some matching threads alongside as well. And the idea being that it's just a way to sort of boost your seasonal stash of plains, if you will. I know I get a lot of people that come in and say, oh, I just really need to make some t-shirts. I'm at that time in the season where I want to make a few long sleeve t-shirts. So this particular box has enough in for, these are 1.5 metre lengths, and then I've done a 2.5 metre length option as well. So hopefully to just take account of different size ranges, and if you did want to maybe do like dresses as well. 2.5 gives you more options, but yeah, just a way of sort of building the stash, but pattern free, if you will. I've spent a bit of time this morning checking like fabric requirements for tops, and 1.5 is a good number. I mean, I know that because that's what I advise people all the time. If they come in and they're making a top, I'm just like 1.5. So yeah, I've put that one together. This is a little autumn edit, if you will, so a little autumnal collection. And I didn't put it on the email because of the way that I am, I was getting myself a little bit like, oh, nobody wants to buy these. Spoiler alert, we've sold 2 already. But I also thought maybe a basics, like a core collection, was a good idea as well. So here we've got navy, black and white. Same setup again. But they'd make a nice gift as well, I feel. I think you could just say to someone, I'd like one of those boxes of fabric. So if there is interest and if they do well, then they're the kind of thing that I could pop on pre-order that we can stock up for and keep sort of running in the background if you ever want to top your stash up. I've also added on options for matching threads, so you can take Gutermann, our regular Sewall 100, or with the Mariflex as well, the stretchy threads. And I should say, just because somebody was asking about cost, if you buy one of these, then you're saving 10% across the cost of all the fabrics. So it's just a nice little way to build the stash up. So for the 1.5 metre lengths, I should have written the prices down. For the 1.5 metre box, just for the fabric on its own, they are $55. And then they sort of increase in price if you add in the threads on. Obviously the Mariflex threads are more expensive. But yeah, you do make an overall saving by buying them as a kind of a bundle. The 2.5 metre ones, I think, are a minimum of like 95 because you're getting 7.5 meters of fabric in there. So yeah, just a really good way to sort of build up your stash. In particular, if you were new to sewing with knits as well, I think that's a nice thing that you can get like a little bundle put together. Personally speaking, I think sort of every year or two, I tend to sort of make myself a new batch of tops. I'm always sort of making tops just like this one, you know, in the regular colours because they just coordinate with everything. So yeah, that was the kind of thinking there. And I think, yeah, Rebecca, that's a really nice way to put it. So Rebecca says that it's kind of reflects ready to wear in a good way when you buy a set of 3. And yeah, I know what you mean. It's like when you buy the packs off Next and they've got the collars all together. It's that kind of thing. And it's just that fleshing out the basics, because, you know, we're all about the basics here. I'm big into my sort of practical sewing, love prints, but it really, I think, what really takes you from just sewing bits and pieces into really practical building a handmade wardrobe is stuff like the plains and the everyday basics. So instead of tying it to one particular pattern, you've got plenty of options there. That, you know, there's so many different patterns for t-shirts out there that would suit everybody for different fits and body types and styles, different necklines. I've been on a real thing lately that I want something really fitted with a high neck, which is what I've been sewing last week. But in sort of making it a pattern-free kit, you're not tied to a particular pattern. And it's a tricky one these days because I'm finding that when we do put the packs together with the patterns in, a lot of people are not buying the patterns now because obviously we're opting for PDFs more and more. And yeah, it's interesting how it changes. So I think if that's what's the word? A concept that you really like. You can see that my brain's just not firing this evening. If that's a concept that sort of is popular, then obviously we can extend that out into lots of different things. Things that occurred to me were things like jeans, just like a box for jeans, you know, in kind of, you can have the denim, you can have the zip, you can have all the threads and the buttons and maybe the rivets, but you're not tied to a pattern. So yeah, lots of different options and suggestions. We could do hoodies, we could do all sorts. So let me know what you think, and if you have any bright ideas about what you'd like to see in something like that. So you could add a little fact sheet with suitable pattern. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. And I like the idea of mixing stripes and plains as well. That's lovely. I do really like the idea of maybe combining sort of like an outfit in a box. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, I think after this video I will go and put them on pre-order. Yeah, I had a little wobble this afternoon. I was like, oh, I don't think anyone wants to buy these. This happens every time. Like, my process is always like, oh my God, I've had a really good idea. And then I put it all together and I design it all out, and then the imposter syndrome kicks in, and I'm always just like, oh no, I don't think that will fly. Yes, pajamas, Karen, definitely. See, I think pajamas would be really lovely to do something like these brush checks that we were looking at last week, but then combining them maybe with like a bamboo jersey to make a top, and just having a quantity. I just think that'd be so nice. And then you can just sort of pick your own pattern, or we could have a list of suggestions and that sort of thing. But yeah, maybe it's something Christmassy like that would be nice. It would be nice to give as a gift as well. Just trying to think. I want to say outside of the box, but this is literally inside of the box, isn't it? Was that you, Rebecca? There we go. Maybe that's where I've got it from. But yeah, I thought it was a lovely idea. So it's one of those things that sort of flitted in and out of my mind. And what's been so nice in the last couple of months, and all the sort of really candid discussions that we've had over on sort of social media, in the emails and so on, is it's really just sort of brought those things where I thought, oh, and like, there's been some entirely new suggestions, and then there's been some little confirmations of things. So yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Knicker boxes. Maybe indeed. There is literally somebody trying to get in the shop right now. I'm not. I'm just not. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with those. They really do need a lot of time to brew in my mind, and yeah, my mind's very full. But I thought, well, we'll just start with what we've got in, and then we can sort of work off that as like a little concept, if you will. But I am trying, or I have been trying recently, to really buy very intentionally with sort of buying patterns and plains that are really coordinating, so that we can really work them well together. Like, all of the cords very much coordinate well with the soft sweats that we've got out on pre-order. So that's sort of a thinking, and then sort of bringing in those checks that work with that as well. So yeah, and then every now and then something gorgeous will come up, and we'll just throw that in as well. Hi Carol, thank you. Yeah, not too bad, I'm all dosed up, so we're good. Definitely a case of the new term germs. So, shall we have a little look at some of the samples? Went to Hobbycraft on Sunday, which is always a bit of a fun experience. And yeah, I picked up an easel. I thought, oh, that would be good for my mood board. But then when I got it back, I thought, actually, my mood board looks quite small. I think I need a bigger board with a little bit more stage presence. So I need to go canvas shopping for something massive. But yeah, so I had some samples through from one of my suppliers. They are bringing out some new ranges in the next few weeks. And these fabrics are pretty imminent, so I thought I'll show you them now. I can't get them in stock just yet, but I did want to get your opinions. These are some of the ones that I've down selected. These are the other options, so it's it's a tough job, but somebody's got to sift through all those nice fabrics. And I think I'd popped a picture on my Instagram story last week of them all spread out on the table, and yeah, really lovely. So a lot of people had sent me a DM about this one in particular. Try and get this on both cameras at the same time. So this is a 21 wale baby cord, so nice and soft. If I show you just another sample, they're all floppy on there, they're not stiff enough. So this is a different print. We can see how that drapes. Yamina Mood Board. I think I'm missing the rest of your comment there, Sharon. Just hangs really nicely. So baby cord is obviously much finer, but we still have that soft cord, 21 ribs per inch. Go, very beautiful. So yeah, the little townhouses, so many messages about these townhouses. So I think that's definitely going to be on the list. Personally speaking, and we're still on the cards here, I really like this. Tell me what you think. Is this a yay or a nay? I think that over a bit of distance, all of these make me feel like shirt dress. I don't know whether that's because I have a baby cord shirt dress that's what it inspires, but I feel that over a distance on a shirt dress will be so elegant, and it's non-floral. So finding things that are not floral is always tricky. We're going to go back to our good old conundrum about colours here, because that looks a little bit dull on my screen, but over on the YouTube it's looking a lot brighter. Purple and pink on a little zigzag, like that. So these are just my personal favourites. And then more for, I want to say for the little ones, but I know I get quite a lot of ladies that come in the shop that love wearing dinosaur prints, so I think this would do well across the board. Again, this is still a 21 wale, but with these really funky, bright little dinos on. It's just so cute. And we have our dino day here every May, so that would be perfect for that. These ones, I'm not sure, because, and this is where I really would like your opinion, I love a kind of twee seasonal print. And these leaves are just beautiful. Like, but is it too short-lived? I don't know. Would that be something that you would like? Would you sew with that also with the toadstools? I feel like maybe for little ones, like on dungarees, that kind of thing, that could be really cute. Or just like a blouse. Everybody's different. But, oh gosh, kicking the camera around. So these are the internal musings of my head. I love that. I think that is so pretty. And just, oh, I'm just going to stroke it until you agree. Yep, so these aren't showing very well because they're a bit floppy. So at the bottom we've got Brain, come on Brain, a blend of viscose and cotton. So I'll show you how that hangs. And I did say to my supplier, I said I probably would put these on pre-order, so please will you send me some big samples. So he sent, this is what we call a big sample. Are which good for shirts, Michelle? Well, they're all good for shirts, yes. The cord would be beautiful for shirts. Nice and snuggly. It's not too thick, so it's a nice weight. And this is as I was going to say, a viscose and cotton blend. So I think it was 60% viscose to 40% cotton, which is actually a really lovely blend of fabric. Because you're getting just that, you're getting the nice drape of viscose, but you're getting the stability of cotton. And it's just got a nice bit of structure, and being a twill as well, so it's a viscose twill, it's just got that little bit of structure in the weave, which makes them so much more appropriate for autumn and winter. Yes, the houses in the cord would make a beautiful shirt. So let's see if I can flatten these out a little bit, because they're not behaving. In fact, I might take them off. I love this. I think this is just so chic. It really reminds me of Atelier Brunet, like of their fabrics. It's very reminiscent of those sort of colours. And again, I just think that over a distance would look so classy. In plain baby cord, I've just got a bit of mustard and a bit of bright pink. Let me know if you want me to get them down. You coming tomorrow, Katie? So that one I think that's going on my list. I'm having some of that. And then also in that particular base, these birds, pretty. I love these dahlias at the bottom. I know somebody had just mentioned dahlias, but I think they're really, really nice. That's on a very sort of almost a lemony kind of cream background, but yeah, I have dahlias just like that in my front garden as well. Very William Morris inspired sort of design there. They're very bit floppy, these, need some more pins. And what about this pink here? Because we have divided opinion in the shop on this one. Don't know how we feel about that. So this is this week's sample picking exercise. You might as well just get involved with me. There were some definite rejects, some that I really didn't like. And then there's others that are good and maybe we could save for another day. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on those. They'll probably go up for a bit of a pre-order maybe in the next week or two. But I'm trying not to overload either myself or you guys. So just space these things out nicely. We've got our Soft Sweat pre-orders are closing tonight. And yeah, they'll be getting ordered early next week. So yeah, get your orders in for those. So we're not going to be doing too much at once. Just going to try and sort of take it easy. We're trying lots of different things here at the moment to sort of see how it goes. Try and find different ways of working. I'm going to get those baby cords and show you them how they hang. Did have a couple of prints in baby cord, but they've been snaffled up in the last couple of weeks, which is nice. So we have mustard at a bit late this evening here at Shrigley Hall in the Peak District for a sewing retreat. Oh, very nice. Look at you. So that's our mustard, and it looks so not mustard on this screen. Oh, it looks great on that screen, but I think my battery's about to go on YouTube, so if I lose you, goodbye. And then we've got this lovely bright pink. Yeah. Ooh. Here we go. Very nice. We've still got a few bits of the jumbo cords left in stock as well, so you can have a look at those. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to go on for too much longer this evening, guys, because if you can't tell, I'm not feeling too great. But I didn't want to miss out on Live at 5 because, you know, I do enjoy it actually, so it's I won't let anybody down. If you've got any more questions, please do just quickly pop them in the comments, but I'm going to finish my tea and then I'm going to head off and go and see what's for tea, see what Mr. Stitches has prepared for us. We have Social Stitches on tomorrow if anybody would like to join us. We've still got spaces available for that one, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of my favourite people, and I'm pretty sure I'll be feeling better tomorrow, get a good night's sleep. Oh, she's got a banana cake in the oven, that's a good girl. Oh, and Sewing Bee final next week as well, isn't it? So, oh, I'd love to sleep in, Maz, but I can't. I've got to